Candies in the kettle. At the suggestion of Mr. Alan Allered of Manufacturing Confectioner Publication, we're at Will Wright's Candy Kitchen in Los Angeles to see how they put the stripes on candy canes. A formula of corn syrup and sugar cooked to 320 degrees, and that's hot. All sorts of goodies made here come Christmas time, but let's stay with the candy canes. The clear batch poured carefully onto a marble slab, where it cools for about 20 minutes. As it begins to harden, it will be folded together, and that leads to the first important step in our story of candy canes, where the red stripes come from. And here it is. A small portion of the hardening batch has been cut away, red color added. This is the main batch, constantly kneaded and turned so that it will cool evenly. Now, we know about the red coloring for the stripes, but now for a surprise. Watch how he puts the white coloring in your Christmas candy canes. He pulls it on a hook, just like taffy, and this adds air to the batch, which gradually turns it white. Oil of peppermint flavoring added, very slowly, so it won't cool any one spot too quickly. Red-colored brick kept turning in front of a heater, awaiting the main batch, which is now pure white. From here on, things move fast. Before one batch is finished, another's on its way. Corn syrup and sugar weighed in at the kettle, right to the furnace, a continuous operation. In front of the heater, we'll shape the batch into a large oblong block. They say this is a dying art. Only master candy makers like Bill Bishop retain the skill required to make traditional candy canes by hand. Bill learned it from his father. Helper takes it over for a moment. And on goes the first stripe. By the way, that candy is still plenty hot. A second wide stripe. Now for the pinstripes. 6 stripes on the old-fashioned candy canes made here, 2 big and 4 small. Because of the heat, the candy's extremely dry, so a little moisture is wiped on so the stripes will stick firmly. They'll keep the block constantly turning for even heat as the stripes fuse onto the main batch. So in spite of what you might have imagined, they don't paint the stripes on candy canes. They're actually a part of the candy. A job for an expert, tapering it at one end, drawing it out to just the right size, perfectly round and evenly spun. At this stage, the candy cools and hardens fast, so speed is all important. No measuring stick, no time for that, but he cuts them off at just the right lengths. A final roll by Bill's helpers, and then off to the marble slab. Once Bill's job is done, putting on the crooks is simple. They finally harden on the cool slab. And there are the candy canes for your mantle or Christmas tree. Right on to the candy counter to join all the other confections so important to the old-fashioned Yuletide. So, Mr. Allered, thanks to your suggestion, we now know how they put the stripes on candy canes. You asked for it.